So, dear Dhamma practitioners, we're going to start our ongoing meditation session. So, be comfortable yourself and relax your body. Keep your back straight and neck head straight in one line. And gently close your eyes and focus your mind to this bell sound. And also, while you're focusing to the sound, mentally relax your body, relax your mind, and relax your breathing with your thoughts. Do nothing extra. Just follow the sound, please. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Homage to the Blessed One, the Exalted One, the fully enlightened One. So relax your body and your right palm on your left, neck head straight in one line. And bring your attention to your body and scan head to toes 3 times yourself. And say Swapatveva, or may I be well and happy. 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge. In this moment with this sitting, may my body become more comfortable, may my breath be more smooth, may no difficulties come to me, may all the success come to me. Also think for a moment. This is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime, and detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing the sensation of your inhalation and exhalation in front of your nose and your upper lip area. And then later observe the impermanence, unsatisfactory nature and selflessness within the experience happen related to your inhalation, exhalation. So in the beginning, deeply and gently, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation, please. And keep your attention to the sensation. So allow your inhalation, exhalation happen itself. Recognize this is inhalation, this is exhalation. Your awareness, your attention should harbor to the inhalation or exhalation. Don't allow your inhalation, exhalation to follow your awareness. Follow the entire continuation of the inhalation, exhalation. Be aware related to the depth and the length of your inhalation, exhalation. Also, you may experience some inhalation, exhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Just accept it. Bring your mindful attention to the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation. Don't go with the surface level of details. Just be with the sensation and see the change. So whatever the sensation arise, see how it change itself. Bring your attention to your body. Observe your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart and radiate it as a light through entire your compound, village, city, state, country, world, around this universe, and also as far as we can through galaxies, other planets, stars. Reminding yourself like this with clear intention, mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. Expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart, forward, visualize yourself and send it as a light to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side, downward, and upward. To all six directions at once, like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy without any condition, without any limitation, without any resistance or without any judgment. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it, with the maximum effort to the highest. Wishing yourself, may all living beings in this universe be well and happy. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma practitioners, and every day that you keep practicing meditation whenever you have opportunity, and practicing mindfulness and also loving kindness, this practice remind us something very important. That is, we are not mindful, and also we are in our heart, there is no loving kindness. So that's why we have to practice. So when you practice, you recognize that what you don't have. So when you recognize that, that itself help you to develop it and accept it. And if you don't practice, you don't see. And maybe you think, oh, I can focus. But thinking doesn't work when you try to do something. So whatever you think in real life, that what you think cannot apply. And whatever you have, whatever you already practice, what you develop, naturally going to be there with you when it come to your real life. So then mentally, we think, oh, I can do this, I can do that. And we think sometimes we are so generous, we are so loving, and we have the kindness, we are compassion. But in day-to-day life, when you look with your little activities, you recognize how many disturbances come to you. And your mind is mostly related with the opposite side of the awareness or the loving kindness or the compassion or the generosity. You don't need to personalize that recognition because you don't practice to personalize. You are itself selfless. That is the fundamental Buddha's teaching. We all these human beings. It is not you have to achieve and recognize some. That is where the real you exist. But thing is, we believe and we hold it to that idea, and because of that, we think it like that way. We experience it like that way. That's why it is a kind of like a dream itself. So the Buddha's teaching itself, it is not something you have to find. There is nothing to find, because then there should be a founder. Then who is that founder? If you have to find it. So you itself, this everything, that whatever we do, it itself, everything selfless. And at the same time, what is happening, that activities come out of the selfless name and form. Mentally we hold it to thinking this is self. So look at your name, and the names change like generations to generations. Like 100 years back, if you look how what kind of names people used to have, and today it is totally different. And if you go back to kind of like 20 years back, or movies, and then you see the way they used to wear, and the even the physical structure, it's totally different than nowadays people. So the the name change, the physically, and the form change physically, and the thoughts, the ideas also already change. That's why, and nowadays, as parents, you may experience, and when you talk with children, and now they're more used to have this all the gadgetics, this all the tools, and they have more different kind of understanding than the parents. But still that we struggling to maintain that whatever that we experience, we struggling to hold it to that, feed it to that, and prove that whatever we experience is kind of like the truth. That is that struggle itself brings us the unsatisfaction, because it's never going to happen in life. It's always change. It's like, in front of here, that we have a peach tree, and say that nowadays that tree is kind of like a dead. And I was looking this tree, and so within another 2-3 months, what happening? This tree start to bring little flowers, and only the flowers, even no the leaves. And then after another 3-4 months, they with the fruits. When the summertime come, it's with the full of leaves and the fruits and everything. It's totally different tree. It's like according to the four seasons, it's kind of like a four structure. But we look the same tree with the name and form, thinking, oh, this tree is this tree. But we don't see how the change keep happening, and the journey. So our body the same. This always keep changing. So when that change happened, not as an idea, the whole process changing moment by moment. But we, in the deeply, we hold it to idea, oh, this is me, and this is I am. And once we hold it to idea, and we don't see it as idea. Why? Because we have a lot of things to hold, harbor, and balance that our idea, to prove our idea. It's like lawyers. See, it doesn't matter you did something wrong. So if the lawyer is good with the the experience with the words and how to manipulate the the truth, and maybe you win the case. But then you become so happy. Oh, I won the case. But the truth is totally different. So like that, every day we losing the case inside us. That is the change. That is the truth. But somehow we able to use different methods ourselves and to prove within us to understand I am existing. This is I am. This is me. So like that. And so when it comes to the vipassana, it's deeply take us to, in the beginning, you have to have the tranquility mind, unique, sharp and clear mind to, to recognize things as it is. That is tranquility meditation. And when it comes to vipassana, so deeply, it try to take you to the depth of the yourself. The self is come out of the form, feeling, sensation, formation, recognition. So it like this. It like form, feeling, sensation, formation, recognition. So the thumb is out of this four fingers. The thumb is so strong. It's kind of like the sensation. And so these five things separate. See, this each and every finger has a different name. And you cannot see the fist here. And if you touch something and hit somebody like this way, it is totally different. So your five aggregates are like that: form, feeling, sensation, formations, recognition. It has a different character and different authenticity, different behavior. But the thing is this, even though it happening in a different way, how about this? And now this fist you experience. So this fist is kind of like the moment now we experience. And if you hit with this, it's totally different. And if you hold with something, totally different. Even the thing is this, how much you pray, you cannot open this. You know, oh, you can repeat the Buddha's name, you can repeat the sutras, so you can bring many other things and the mala, or mantra, but this is not going to open because of that. So that the moment your existence is same like this fist. But why it say it is an illusion? Oh, it is a dream. It is not real. The reason is this. This fist depend on the 5 aggregates: form, feeling, sensation, formation, recognition. And when you open it, there is no fist. And you cannot claim this as a fist. So then what happened to that fist? It's gone. Where it gone? It is not came from here and went to different place. This is what called cause and effect, causality, dependent origination. So out of the experience happening with the form, feeling, sensation, formations, recognition, that what you experience in the moment is real. But that what is make this palm, open palm, what is make fist? So this strength, this holding nature is called Chandaraga. So that Chandaraga is the desire here to find the satisfaction. So to desire to find the satisfaction cannot happen by just one thing. That means just by form. It cannot happen. Chandaraga not going to happen. Feeling, it not going to happen. Sensation, just having sensation not going to bring the Chandaraga. Formation, it not going to bring the Chandaraga. And the recognition itself without this 5, not 4, not going to bring the desire. So the desire come out of this, all 5 things come together. You create the fist. The fist is like the desire. So this, all the 5 things bring together, that energy is the Chandaraga. So when you don't have the Chandaraga, so you have the form, feeling, sensation, formations, recognition. It is not different. When you open the palm, you're not going to lose your one finger, and you're not going to lose the color. You're not going to lose the any kind of the shape of the fingers. It's going to be the same. But when you hold it to the same thing with the desire, it creates something. So what we experience now, this as a life, is the samsara. And then when it is like this way, we're not going to experience the open palm. So within your mind, you hold it to, you bound into, you harbor into the things that whatever that in your mind. So because of that, you're not going to see the open palm. But when you born, and naturally, in the natural behavior of your hand, not the fist, the very comfortable, very natural way of your hand is your open palm. So, but you forget when you come to this. And you think it's a kind of like when you hold it to something, when you grab it to something, you forget that your original, the natural behavior, natural nature. So with your ideas, with your thoughts, with your the desire, the what is happening, you lose your natural inner behavior. So that lose itself is create us to something. So otherwise, when you go to that, or the beginning of the very natural moment, there's nothing to release. So like that in you, that you already in you, there is a wisdom. But because of you bound to the ideas, thoughts, culture, tradition, believing, even the religion, even the meditation techniques, or the concept of the I and the time past, I was there like this, because of that I am here like this, and because of this I going to be like that. So like that, to the time we bound to and we go with it. Because of that, what is happening, you forget that your the inner natural existence. So the vipassana is, it's not kind of like you do something. You recognize, because there is no doer, there is no somebody doing something. It's that, because sometimes it's kind of like a something, it like there are people believe that aliens can come and hijack your head and go into your brain and manipulate everything that you do. So it's kind of like that, in the ancient time, and people thought, it's still some people believe, and there is something in you, and it go, when you die, it go from your head and to the sky, and stay there, something which you cannot, argue, you cannot separate, and in the, you cannot hold it to it's itself free, and it go, and then it again come to something. So like that, this, because of this idea we hold it to, then what happening, we, that it's kind of like we hold it to this, then because you hold it to this, and then you're not going to see the this open palm. So what the Buddha mentioned, that the Buddha, according to the Vipassana, you're not going to follow something. So that's why. So as example, when you observe the inhalation, exhalation in tranquility meditation, this is very important. Remember this. When you observe inhalation, exhalation, the your awareness should follow the inhalation, exhalation. Your consciousness should harbor to inhalation, exhalation. But if you try to do meditation, what will happen? The inhalation, exhalation start to harbor to your consciousness, your awareness. You pulling inhalation, exhalation to your awareness. And in the Vipassana also same. And sometimes we observe and recognize the change. But in another way, what the mistake we does, and sometimes we initiate the change. It should change like this way. We authorize the change. No. So you just observe, because you observe you. It is not you observe something separately. Form, feeling, sensation, formation, recognition, 5 aggregates, build up your body, your all experience. This is what the world. So if you hold it to this and observe something out of this, you're not going to see this. But when you closing this to and hold it to this, and you cannot see the palm. So then observing the 5 aggregates or the vipassana means you start to observe to this inside. So then what will happen, little by little, you start to recognize the strength, and you start to recognize this each and every finger create the fist. And once you recognize that, and it's like the plow, how the flower open, how the plant come out of the seed, how the rain drop come to the ground, how the river start to flow, like that this fist start to open. So by arguments and by words and by theories, you cannot get this done. And that's why sometimes, and somebody say, oh, let's argue about this. You can argue about some concept or ideas like that. That is how the world behave. But you cannot do that for this opening method. Only thing is you observe and recognize, and naturally, silently, slowly, you have to let it open. And when it open, you're not going to experience anymore the fist. And so that what you had there as the fist is your, that then you recognize, oh, it was there and it didn't disappear, and it was within this. The same like your enlightenment is not you go from here to somewhere. And it is not something coming from somewhere to you. It is your inner nature. This is what your enlightenment. And once you attain to enlightenment, there is no another I going to come. See, some people uh, have idea kind of like a third eye, and there is no another ear going to come and recognize something. No, you are going to be the same. But what is happening as ideas, as concept, as thought, what you hold it to with the self-centered idea, you're not going to experience anymore. It's like you not going to anymore experience the fist. So then by observing deeply your inner experience, you have to let it open, not by doing something. So that's why when it comes to the Vipassana meditation and observing the sensation, observing the feelings means you not authorize you not create, or you not kind of like activate the feelings. So whatever happens there, you see it. And while you're seeing it, what will happen? Little by little, you're going to recognize the happening and the observer, the both the same. It is not different. So then whatever happening and it change, and that will help you to understand that observer also. Because when you come to see how that whatever you observe change, and you're going to recognize in this very moment, by as idea you cannot come into that point. It's like on the bottom of the mountain, you cannot think about the landscape of the top of the mountain. You can have idea, you can ask from somebody how it look like, but it's not going to be your experience. And maybe you have to think, and you have to, maybe you use all your power to visualize about it. But when you come to the top of the mountain, you no need to do anything. You become free from that all the effort that you done in the bottom of the mountain, because you become free from that all the effort, but you still experience the landscape. So same like when you come to the point to see the change itself naturally and accept it, in that acceptance, in that very moment, in that existence, you become free from to recognize something. Why? Because you already recognize the what is happening within you. And then there is no effort in the deeply, oh, I have to do this, I have to do that. You itself surrender to that whatever come to you, that surrender consciousness itself is your awareness, is your experience. And then you come to a point to know there is no separation from whatever happening, and there is no separation from you. But look ourselves, we every day we go against the time. Whatever happens, we go against the situations, and we go against the ideas, and we go the sansara means we go against things, and we have our own concept, and we're trying to make things happen. So the thing is, this struggle people like, people enjoy it, and the people enjoy the dream. So then people enjoy the fist, or the energy that put it to to your fingers. Then no one can open this. Like when we practice aikido, and we have to hold it very very relaxed, comfortable way, and our master come and he hit us always. In the beginning we didn't know why he hitting, he hit us like this, and then he told, relax, relax. And then when you relax, you recognizing the grip giving you kind of like the path to access to energy. But if you tight it, you don't see it. But in the beginning, we don't understand it. So like that, if somebody tied it to something, and maybe you can tell many things, but it is very difficult for that person to understand releasing this, that he can get that. So that's why that the friendship is the most important part when it comes to spiritual transformation. Friendship, that friendship means that other person should listen to whatever you say, and you have a deeper trust, connection, and without any condition. So and you don't judge. So that is where you come to a point. So when you listen to the Dharma and you trust it, and that is where you're not going to bound to something, because we hold it from toys, from birth. How we used to live. We used to live holding things, and how the relationship start in the beginning. The very first thing that the physical actions come, the very first thing what you does, you hold the hand, and you're not going to do any physical action before, that's the most natural, you just hold the hand. When people are afraid what happening, mostly hold the hand. When people die, they tie it to things, they hold it to, things. This holding nature coming from inner behavior. Consciously we hold it to things, hold it. That's why in meditation you can experience, when you keep open the palm, it's always, you remember to keep open the palm, not to do like this way, not to do like this way, like this way. No, keep open the palm, keep open the palm. It release that deeply your mind. And sometimes when you have too busy, mind, and tight and tired, and you try to practice meditation, and you keep your palms to like this, and then later your shoulders get tight, and your fingers little by little, when you get sleepy, your fingers become like this. Because we energy, the energy always flow through us. The energy depend on the condition of the mind, the holding nature. So then learn to release When you release little by little, little by little, even physically, it helps you to open the path. So to get into this, open your fist from this, all these 5 aggregates. You have to remember, there is any enlightenment, any wisdom, any transformation is nothing from here. You have to go there. It is not a place you have to shift from to there and jump from here to there. Always remember, it is your inside. So even in this very moment, your enlightenment is there. Only thing is, you have to learn to release the self-centered experience, thoughts, desires. And then how you can release that? Rather than go against, learn to accept whatever comes. Learn to accept any situation. If there is something you have to do, you have to do it consciously, and you have to do your best. But if there is something you cannot do anything, remember, learn to accept without any resistance, with the full open heart. Learn to accept, especially when other people blamed you, because that is where we come. No, I am not like that, I have to do something. When other people criticize, when other people blame, when other people come against you, especially not the far away, another country, another people, especially the people around you, your husband, wife, children, maybe parents, your brothers, sisters. If you are the seed, they are the soiled. Remember that. Your enlightenment, they are the soiled. So then you have to be smart to use that soiled to gain your enlightenment. How? Don't resist. Accept. No matter whatever they say, learn to accept. Like how the Socrates accept the poison. So like Nelson Mandela accept the prison. Learn to accept. Don't resist. So in that very moment, when you really understand that method, you start to open and you get out of your dream. If you do it one time by yourself, with the deeply, honestly yourself, with your 100% of with your effort, anymore, you're not going to go to that dream. You will wake up from this samsara. So that is what called liberation. So then remember to accept that, and you may accept it, but later don't try to analyze it, because you accepted it, and be truthful to that. Don't ever question it. That is become your conscious decision. So once you make 100% conscious decision, there is no doubt, there is no fear. It is not a mistake. When you make 100% conscious decision, it may be for the outside world, it may be going to be right or wrong, it doesn't matter. It's nothing to do with the enlightenment. Look at the Buddha's time. How many people attain to enlightenment? And whatever, it doesn't matter their positions or whatever they used to do or kind of like that. No, but what they had the as a quality, acceptance and the 100% conscious decision. They never question themselves. Why? Because they are very clear with the decision they took. That is the power you have in you. What happens? You close it. Why? Because you are so busy. For what? You have to do a lot of things. Oh, it is very important, to know about others, to watch news, and what happening in Capitol Hill, and what going to happen after Donald Trump, leave. This is very important for you. Oh, what going to happen to the vaccination, or what will happen to this virus, or how long. This is very important for you. So that because of that, you keep going with that. See how much things that you, and how so much time you are spending with that, and you thinking about it, and so you go with it. So that's why, come to a point in your life, get out of the resistance and develop the acceptance with the total clarity, clear mindful decision. Take it, accept it. When if somebody say, especially your loved one, say you are an idiot, deeply consciously recognize that. Oh, wonderful. Why? Because this is the person next to me. The whole world say, oh, you are so educated, you are this, you are that, you are so professional for this, and everybody appreciate. Oh, this is the person. So me, I am idiot. Accept it. And the total, and no any anger, no any hatred, no any jealousy, no any egocentric. No, you accept it. You transform. And you're not going to close the fist like this, and you're not going to hold into this. So that is where your freedom going to happen. That freedom is not just for the moment of freedom. That freedom is forever you're going to gain. So with that, I bless upon everyone with this good practice. May all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you. May no difficulties come to you. May no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbityo vajjantu sabbarogo vinasatu mate bhavatvantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata cha ammihi sampadang punya sampadang sabbe deva numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta numodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta numodantu Sabba sampatti siddhya idam me punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.